welcome to the first live stream, and I apologize for this being hokey, and this is going to be jerky worky, but we're going to do the best I can here, and, you know. Let's zoom in here, and we'll take a look at the first face right here. Now, just a little background. This is a screenshot from a video that I'm putting together, and I'm just making some stills of the video as we go through. So I took a screenshot here, and we're gonna, you know, if you can't see the face right now, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna highlight it here. Now, this face made an appearance in one of my earlier videos. So if you're an avid follower of the channel, you can look here. Maybe I can link above in the replay of this, and you can see the original video. I will be adding that to my long form video, which is coming soon. Which this images here are going to be part of that. So thanks so much for coming today. Let's just take a look at these eyes right here. What do you think of these eyes? Pretty interesting, right? I'm really interested to see what your thoughts are in the comments. Not that there's anybody. Every time I look at this guy, I see something different. There's definitely something going on here with this face, though. So, anyway, this is welcome to my reality. I see faces in the rocks, you guys. So here we go. Face in time right here. This is the Krita software, just so you know. If you've ever used Krita, this is a free software you can download, and a lot of those online people who know what they're talking about, they say that this is one of the best. It's definitely the best free software. It's totally free. You can just download this. You can take a screenshot of this and zoom in on it yourself. You can draw along at home as I draw along in right now, even if you were really adept at, like, you know, making these things happen. But I'm getting better at drawing. This is a new thing for me. I've just been drawing on these computers for a couple months now. Started out with my mouse, and I recently bought a little Wacom super cheap drawing pad. Got it off Amazon. It was like the refurb model, usually $50, but I got it for like $27. Look at this. We just drew a face on here. What do you guys think of this? Alright, we're going to come right over here. Oh my goodness. Apologize for all the clicking sounds. Doing the best I can here. Alright, now, what do you guys think about this? Look right here. Is this the eye right here? Hold on. Back it up once. Let me back it up again. Do you guys see this right here? Right here. Oh, this line I'm making is too big. Oh, that's too big again. Tell me you guys see this right here. Do you see this right here? Here's the eye. Pretty much right where I would have expected it to be. These lines are already here. Oh, and look here, it's his nose right here. Somebody came in here in the past. They had painted this on here. Look at this. It's already here. Here's his mouth right here. Look at his mouth. He's kind of frowning a little, isn't he? Or has he just got some character lines? Let's see. Let's see if I can bring it out. Usually I don't have to do anything. I just draw over these existing lines and bring them out a little stronger. Let's see what happens. Are you guys starting to see the face right now? Here it is. Let's see. I mean, it was an existing rock, obviously. Maybe not obviously. Could have been shaped like this. But look at that. You see what I'm saying? Look at this. It's flat as flat can be right here. Straight as an arrow along the bottom. Let me highlight this with some yellow. In fact, I mean, you could take the line tool and make a thing right here, but I'm just going to draw it because, you know, this is what I do. I draw things out. Oh, you guys are seeing this, right? Look at that. That's the rock right there. Look at how it is pink here on the face of this. This right here is pink. This down here is dark gray with lots of lichen on it. A lot of different moss and lichen. Let's back out a little bit here. All right. Now, the face the video I posted yesterday was different. It had the lichen on it, and it definitely looked like a face. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on with the lichen and the moss, and why this guy here looks so much like a face. Look at this. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to the black. Because look here at his chin and his facial kind of indentations here. There's a lot of things going on. Look at the definition here in his chin. Somebody came in here and shaped this, and maybe it was painted in the past. Alright, it says the live stream keeps disconnecting, so I'm not sure what's going on. This is working great. If it's not, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can. I'm running off a Starlink. It is, of course, 8 p.m. It's kind of peak times for internet. Come on, it's the United States of America. Anyway. I mean, according to my cell phone, it's working. So, welcome back. Let me know if you can hear me. Alright, well, if you squint, it looks like a face. I'm not sure what else to say. Well, let's put a little color on his lips here. And let me see if I can draw out his nose a little better. Those lines were already there. And let's give his character lines here a little more strength. Again, these were like lines that were already here. Again, I'm just kind of accentuating things. And maybe it's overkill, but let's find out let's see what happens. Sometimes when I pan this out and I'm like, holy smokes, what is going on here? Pretty interesting, right? Where was his ear? Look at these interesting lines up here at the top. Holy smokes! Let me just let me look at this right here. This what I'm looking at right now is this. There's a very black line here at the top. I haven't done anything here at the top. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. Okay. So what we have here, we have some really interesting cracks that are. Oops. Let me highlight these cracks in green really quick. Right here we have this crack right here. This going up. We have following is kind of this cheek line. We have this crack going up. And we have this crack right here going up. And then we have, look at these interesting black lines up here. All right, now we have also, they're very squiggly. But look, if there's an interesting shape here also that goes like that. Did you see that? And look here also in the rock. There's another shape right there. So let me get rid of all these green things because they're ugly. And we'll come in here with some black and we'll accentuate this squiggly line with the black. Let's see what happens here. We already had some black coming in over here. We have some black right here. All right, here's our boundary line. Let me go back to the yellow here. Whoa, big yellow. Look out. Going yellow. Just gonna bring this on down right now because sometimes that helps. Oh. All right, but look at these black things up here. All right, let me just finish my yellow thing here. All right, let me pan this out. Very interesting. Very interesting here. Excuse me. Here's our flat line at the bottom. Look at that. It's just straight as an arrow goes across. Look at here. It's yellow over here, straight across as well, I mean. Okay. So, now, if we say that this is hair or some headdress, we can see on this thing over here, we're going to zoom in. Right here. This is again, okay, those lines were already there. Let me come back to the black, and we're going to sign it down a little. I did want to kind of put this across here, but all right, I'm trying to see some lines here. Look at this. Right here's a line. Very squiggly. Ties into this one. This one comes down here. All right, we have another one right here. It goes into the tree. Let's back up. All right, we got this guy right here. Again, with these lines, I'm going to just go in. I'm going to put these lines in with the little darker black. Let's call this a line right here, and we got some accentuating coming down here. Look at this. Look at these lines. These lines are already here. Okay, let me zoom in. Look at this dark coloring here. Comes down here. Look at that. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Do you guys see those? There's some circular objects right here. Look at this. Right there. Look at that. Right there. Okay, my pen's too big. Hold on. Let me back out. So if we go with the assumption that this was shaped in the past by somebody's hand, this rock was, or they used an existing rock and made it look like a face and then went and painted it, then these paintings could have been very ornate in the past. And if they were very ornate, then they could have used things like little circular objects. And in a previous drawing that I have done, in a feature that is actually just earlier in this video that this screenshot is from, I found a circular object in the headdress of another face. So that video is actually posted on the Face in Time YouTube channel. Okay, I'm drawing in these little circles right here. Are you guys I mean, if you think I'm crazy, let me know in the comments. But these look like little circles right here. Look at that. Okay, here's another one right here. These could have been representing a maybe some ornaments in the headdress of this. You know, like sometimes women will put things in their hair like fancy brooches. And they'll be really fancy bright colors. I'm also open to the possibility that the lichen grows in this pattern naturally. It's absolutely possible. Here we go, though. I'm really not happy with this outer border right here. Not really sure what else to do with these right now, so I'm just kind of filling in what I feel like could be the correct manifestation of this person's hair, hat, headdress. It's really tough to say. But if you look here, it kind of looks like it was white right here. Do you see the white? There is white. That looks white. Actually, even this down here kind of looks white. Honestly, this over here looks like it was black. Oh, there could be some white right here, though. Look at that. I'm going to add in another little ornament here. Looks like his ear kind of revealed itself to be right in here, probably. And I didn't even try and find that. It was just kind of there. This guy could have had some white sideburns even. I mean, there's this white right here. Look at that. Could be his hair was white. Let's put a little more white in here. We'll see how it goes. Ah, that's so interesting. Look, there's almost like he's got a beard. Look at that. Unbelievable. Oh my gosh. The white is already here too. Look at that. I am not an artist, you guys. Like, this is really new to me. I've only been doing this digital art for a very short period of time. Less than a couple of months. So I do encourage you to get out there and try it somehow if you want to. It's not that difficult. Oops. All right. So I'm going to put in a little more orange here. And maybe a little more white here. Oops. Look at that. Well, friends, I'm not sure what else to say. It just is really interesting to me how this has come together today on this particular little face. And you know what? We're not done yet. There's another one. Stay with me. And I'm gonna reveal one more face here. Give me I'm gonna do another couple minutes on this, and then we'll take a look at the next one. So honestly, this is looking pretty good right here. Let's just let's pan out a little. All right. Oops. Get all those bunny rabbits. All right. So here we go. So just to remind you, we had Mr. E.T. weird looking face guy right here. And then we went over here and we looked at this guy right here. Those two were in the same panel. And don't forget this guy with his crazy eyes right here. Look at that. You cannot deny that is a really weird thing. And then this guy over here, you know, this one over here, not as obvious. However, when you take into consideration, he's sitting on top of that pedestal as well. Like this, that is like a straight line to a 90-degree corner. Look at this straight line right here, 90 degrees. I'm not sure. Oops, let's take a look at the next face. Isn't this exciting? I'm excited. We're going to do one more. Oh, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the next face and time to be revealed in this live stream. This face has been also featured in a previous video that was aired earlier on my channel. Let's take a look at it from this angle, because the other video looked at it from a slightly different perspective and was a little closer up. So that's a really interesting video. I definitely recommend going and checking out that other video. But here we're going to look at it again, because it's part of this exact same panel where we've already seen these other two faces. So it's really fascinating to me to get all these faces in one panel. Let's come in here with some black and just kind of outline again these areas here. You guys might be seeing something interesting already. Look at this right here. Do you see that? This line right here. Oh, look, there's another line. Right here, look at this. So over like that. There's this line here. This line here again. I'd like you also to take a moment in this moment. I'm going to point out something that I'm noticing. And if we notice here, if we consider that this right here is an eye. If we take that assumption. Then what I want to point out is how the face here on this, I'm going to go back to the green highlighter, if it'll let me. My computer's slowing down here. Right here, look at this line. Right here and right here, look at these lines. Okay, now right here, this is a very light color of rock, and then to the left of this line right here, there's a slightly different color of rock, and then over here you can see it's all gray. But on the sides over here, these guys are pink. Very pink, and this is very gray over here. This is very pink right here, where the shape of the face of this, what I think it is right here, is a human with I mean, there's a facial representation here, and that is what I am asserting in this moment. So bear with me. We're just gonna finish drawing in the eye here a little bit. And I would say that the nose is missing on this person. And we're very disappointed to not have the nose. A lot of these features have been probably around for a long time. And so there's a lot of erosion happening. And of course, if they were painted in the past, then that paint has been faded away over time for the most part. But it does appear on many of these faces in time that I present on this channel that I have seen this lighter color of facial pigment on the faces in time. So what we have here is the eyes, which again, those lines and those rocks were already there before I painted them in here with this pen. Please go back and check out the earlier part of the video if you didn't see that. But if we look at this, is a pretty clear line here between the gray and the pink on this. Of course, we have also something else going on here with this. What would be her hair, I guess, or their hair, or their helmet. It's not clear exactly what is going on with that, like they're this face thing. Like, why is it the different color of rock? I'm not sure why that is. But there are some features here that can be brought out with this different color of rock here. Like, maybe there is a remnant of the pigment in the past, you know, like maybe they did paint this in some way to be more pink here, and now the nose is gone for whatever reason. But there's a lot of lines here in this thing that are just, you know, they just want to be brought out. Let's take a look at the hair a little bit. As I zoom in on this rock, I kind of wanted to point out something right now. Let's look at how this is looking like it's chipped out. Sometimes when people chip out things, they leave these little divots. And there's kind of little bunches of divots here is what it maybe looks like to me. Like this has been chipped out. You know, like all these things could be little chips where somebody came in here and chipped this out. Look at that. Now, alternately, all these little chips could be where they painted. Now, it could have been chipped and then painted as well. But the face part of this rock does have maybe more of those divots, and maybe there's more concentrated. It's tough to tell from this view, you know. Maybe we need to get some better photos of this in the future. But to my eyes, that does look like a rock that was worked in some way. Again, we got Mr. ET face right here. I mean, that thing is crazy, right? So when we consider we got this guy over here with these eyes, then we have to really seriously consider that this over here, right here, has also been a face that was worked and shaped by man. So like maybe this person had a helmet on. What do you guys think? Let's see. It definitely looks like it was an original, like an existing rock, and then some. To me, it looks like, this is my interpretation. somebody came in here and shaped this rock to look like a face. And there's kind of a line right there. You guys see that line right there? Right here, there's a line. Let's zoom in on that. Right there. Also kind of looks like there's a line right here. Especially considering that other... the most previous face we just did, right? Look at that. Okay, that closer in line looks more like what would be in proportion of a size of a head with these face and eyes right here. Let's take a look at that. Look, here's a line right here. Let's take a look at that. Oh. Interesting. You just take that line down to its natural little termination there. Look at that. Apologies for all the clicking. Okay, well, this is interesting. Look at that. This is a really interesting feature here. I mean, look at this line right here. This guy right here, and this guy. I mean, these are so prominent. There's also a really interesting line right here. Wait, hold on. Right there. I feel like there's a line right there, and right there, and right there. Interesting. Look at these. Look at these. What is this? Okay. Now. Now I'm not sure what to do with that. Look at this one. Right here, it looks like it's white. You see the white? There's white here. There's white here. There's white all over this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. I didn't even see the white before. Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I am going to be shocked probably when I pull this out. Like when we zoom out. What is that? There's another round thing. Here's another round thing. Here's another round thing. Yeah, I definitely did not get this elaborate with the previous version of this, drawing out this particular face in time here. I did not realize, I don't think, that there was all this white. Wow. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So, you know, okay, it could be super distorted image, but what if this is a very elaborate drawing of somebody's hair? Again, if this was maybe a well-respected elder that was put to have some sort of a representation of them here to remind us of their stories and how they taught everybody in the past. And so there could have been this could have been their resting place, even like their memorial when they passed. Sometimes when I'm in the Montana megalith region and I find these faces, this is what I think. I think these are the memorials to somebody great in the past, you know, one of our great ancestors. All right, well, pretty darn interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments on this third face here. What do you guys think of this? Do you think this face was shaped in the past by the ancients, by some aliens, by maybe some Native Americans or some other humans in the past? Maybe it was shaped by giants. You know, like maybe this whole rock was a giant chief's headdress right here. You know what I'm saying? Because this all does look like it was chipped out. Look at all these. These are the same chip marks that I was pointing out. That this could have been shaped. Look at that. Super freaking interesting. Let me just let me try something here. Let me try something here. Let's just, maybe we take a moment and we say, okay, maybe all these dark lines here, maybe they were put there intentionally. Right? Like, let's just try this out here. Try me out here. Let's hear me out. Look at this. Might be nothing. Might be something, though. Alright, let's zoom out. Well, I'm not really seeing anything jumping out at me here. I mean, that is interesting, but I can't say for sure that those were anything. But that face, oh man, that thing is crazy. To me, it's crazy. Oops. Let's see, what else do we have here? Nope, that's not what we want. We want yellow. Yellow. Just trying to clean this up a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead and save. And again, I just want to point out that we have this crazy guy right here. We've got this face right here that we did. And then the very last one we just did was this guy right here. Right? Should we zoom in on these? Let's take a zoom in real quick. We'll zoom in on this guy, just for those of us that are just maybe they're zooming in right now and they're like, what's this crazy guy talking about? So we have this guy. And then face number 2 was this guy right here. Let's zoom in on this guy. Let's not forget he's got this right here, and his little mouth was here, and his nose was here. That's the bottom right there, and look at all of his little chin things going up. Okay. Oops. Zooming out. Alright. There's actually, you just saw that. Okay, and then of course we just did, of course, this face right here was previous just a couple minutes ago. Again, you got the crazy eyes going right there. The color of the face versus the color of the helmet or hair or headdress or whatever we have here. All right. Oh, I do see something here now. Look at this, you guys. Did you guys see this before? Look at that. Right here. Okay, let me do a smaller thing. Are you guys seeing this? There's too much symmetry here for me to not see this and not point it out to you guys. That there is possibly something interesting here. Look at that. Alright. So, color that red, and we color all of these things green. Seriously, those lines were already there. Oh shoot, there's another one. Oops. Is this a stretch here? What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This may be a stretch. But are these flowers? Look at this. These could be flowers right here. I mean, I think it's pretty interesting. Could be white paisleys. Almost looks like there was white in here, actually. Yeah, that's really interesting to me. I'm seeing another one there. You guys see it? Kind of disappears behind this other rock here. Definitely open to hearing your thoughts in the comments, my friends. What do you think of this? This could be a stretch here. But I'm also seeing a really interesting line here. Let me point it out to you with the neon here. Do you guys see this line right here? Look at this line right there. Look at that line right there. This is really interesting to me. Just kind of comes across there. Let's zoom out here. Guess when you zoom out, that line isn't very prominent. But boy, at this level, yeah, there appears to be a very complicated image here in this rock, unless I could be going crazy, but when I look at that line right there, I mean, I guess that's probably the same line I drew when I drew the face, and I was like, okay, here's the headline. And I was like, that's it. But now it looks like there's maybe an even more complicated design here that I'm probably not prepared to pull out right now. But boy, look at that. Maybe I am. Let's take a look at this right here. Just drawing over these existing lines. Look at that. There's an arrow maybe, and there's maybe like a... Look, that looks like it's white right there. I did put a bunch of white on this in the past version. Here's another round something right here. Look at that. Yeah, here's some more round. Oops. Maybe they had like beads in their hair? Or curls. Could be curly hair. Well, I'm really curious. I'm gonna draw the camera out here, the zoom, and we're gonna take a look at what this looks like here. See if it looks like anything. Do we see any pattern here? I mean, besides the flowers. I don't think I see any more flowers. Oh, I was not expecting that. I was not really expecting to go back into this rock right here. But this face is fascinating to me. Let's save this one, because okay, I got black back. Okay, let's try this again. Alright, now same photo. I was trying to point out that there's somebody's face over here. I'm just going to follow the lines here on this face. And, you know, considering that we've seen all these other paintings or stones with representations of faces on them that are already in this panel previously, then we could definitely say that it's a pretty good chance that this particular feature right here is also a face. And I'm just going to do my best to bring it out here, because I think it's worth bringing out. He wasn't as big and as impressive as those other creatures and features that we've already seen, but somebody took the time to remember this guy here. Look at that. I'd say that's a face in time right there. Yeah. Maybe it was a cat man. We're not sure. We're not sure what they were, but I'll just put some little eyes in them there. Thanks, Mr. Catman. Now, let's take a look here. What do we have on top of this rock right here? Now, for one thing I want to point out is this is very straight lines here. These are very straight lines across here. All right, so these faces right here, let me just, this is somebody's face right here. Do you guys see this guy's face? Let's zoom in a little more. Getting pretty pixelated here, but considering that we've already seen all these other faces in this same area, then I think it's pretty safe to say that these two faces right here, these are probably somebody's face right there. Look at that. All right, now we have this very interesting pedestal here that these guys are on. Look at that. It's almost a complete rectangle, although it does look like it curves at the back here. But I would say it's not far-fetched to say that we have somebody's representation here. Like, what were they doing? Who were they? Why were they remembered in this way? And I don't know why they were remembered in this way, but it does appear that somebody has put this person's representation here. Now, over here on this one, let's take a look at this guy. He's a little bit obscured with the tree. There appears to be some tree branches across this guy. But I think he's here pretty well represented still. Let's take a look, and we can kind of see who he was a little bit. He's got some kind of squinty eyes. And he had a pretty stern look on his face. Although we're pretty far away. But again, all these other faces here. So if you guys aren't seeing these guys, we got a little eyeball right there. This guy's looking this way. His mouth is right here. Now this guy, he's got eyeball right here, eyeball right here. He's kind of looking out towards us. This is another one of those scenarios where, where we could say that the face maybe is not having the lichen on it in the same way that the lower, like down here, there's a bunch of lichen and moss, but around the faces, they're pretty clear of moss. And it does make me wonder what is right here. Or is this like their clothing? Was their clothing painted here? Or was there another face? It's tough to tell. I'm probably stretching here. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh, it's probably too distorted. But we can definitely notice right here that there is no lichen on this face right here. Like does appear to be some sort of a face right here. Let me just let me see if I can highlight it for us right here. But again, it's very straight and flat right here. We have this flat line, and then we have this shape of a head right here, and it comes down, and this guy even maybe has his nose, and then there's his mouth, and it comes down around to a chin. And like in the previous face, we have that there's no lichen here. there's kind of like the shape of his cheeks are here and the nose, and you can see some of his eyebrow line right there. Let's put some eyeballs on him. It's not very good. Maybe right there. Look at his mouth right here. His mouth is so clear. Look at that. Oh, that's too big. Let's see. Size is 10. Yeah. I'm trying to get rid of that stick, and it's just not working. But it's so pixelated, I apologize. You know, it's tough to say if that's actually a face for sure, but considering what we've seen with these other faces on this particular photo, I mean, right in this photo right here, oops, it's kind of crazy. And it makes me wonder what is this guy doing right here? Like if we walk around the corner. Let's just note again here that look at these interesting lines here with these rocks. Like they just come like this. Look at this one's right here. Bam. Oh gosh. Do you guys see other I'm kind of losing it, aren't I? It's getting late, so I'm probably gonna have to call this a night here, but let's look at one more thing here. I mean, look at this right here. Looks like a face. Look at this, he's got elongated skull. Some interesting features and cracks on his skull. Look at that. That's crazy, right? Look at that. Yep, I hate to say it. Looks like a face. Oh my gosh. Did you guys see this one over here? Somebody probably spotted it. Again, if we hadn't seen all those other faces that were clear as frickin' daylight, then I'd be like, oh, this probably isn't a face. This just looks like something that looks like a face. But since we've seen...
What do you think?